We're ready to rock and roll. Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, Trending Thursday. I love Trending Thursday. It's always kind of cool where you're kind of seeing what's going on. But anyways, good evening, everyone. This is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss, live with
TwoSistas. Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, Trending Thursday, the last Thursday of 2022. And as everybody probably has figured out at this point, I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to really fitness trends and what is new, what is happening. And what I think is has been trending as it was last year are as far as like when you think of fitness, maybe taking classes, virtual classes, whatever it may be, it's still in-home gyms, which I thought was very interesting, because now that we see more people out and about going back to the gyms. So I thought that was interesting. And of course, I have some more updates on different podcasts that have happened this year and that I would like to share. But what have you seen, Carol Sue, that is trending that you've noticed lately?
Well, that is to everyone's, I actually I had a beautiful day today. I went to the beach, did some pickleball at night. And as I'm chatting with people there, the buzz is, of course, weight gain. And, their anticipation of kind of going to get in those last fat meals with New Year's Eve coming up. And I crack up and they say, well, how do you do it? Like you and your sister, your health and wellness coaches, your mindset coaches, you're always preaching about health and wellness, but do you guys ever splurge? Yes, we do splurge. Many times we splurge, but we balance. So we're not going into that next season or that new year knowing, and it doesn't happen every year. I mean, there are times that we go in with probably a little more poundage than we prefer to, but as a whole, it's a lifestyle. So while yes, we still enjoy the holidays, maybe we took smaller portions. Maybe we didn't have quite as many cookies as we would have done when we were younger. And a key piece to, as you age, is your appetite isn't the same, thankfully, that it was when you were younger. And the other key thing is I really have embraced to only eat when I'm hungry. And a lot of people say, oh, I couldn't do that. Mostly everyone in their right mind can do it if you're mindful of it. So there have been times where, I'm cooking for John, or, and it's that typical, dinner hour. And he'll say, oh, you're not eating. No, I'm not eating. I'm not hungry. So my body now has really adapted. And that for me was a key piece to not only the nutritional gut health piece to it, but really partnering my lifestyle with what I wanted to achieve. So, and it doesn't mean I, don't go out and have that sweet treat every now and then. It doesn't mean that, I don't eat pasta. Yes, I still eat pasta. I just don't eat as much as I used to eat of it. But I really am in tune with my body to say, I'm only eating when I'm hungry. I'm not going to do the whole, what we talk about without true intention of knowing why I'm eating and connecting that emotion with it. And, am I emotion eating? Am I eating because I'm bored? I mean, how many of us have done that? Eat when we're bored. We all can say that we've done that. Opening up the refrigerator and kind of staring at it. What can I grab? What do I want? Opening up the cabinet with, the chips, the crackers, snacks, the nuts, whatever it may be. What do I want? Well, are you really hungry or are you bored? Are you really hungry, or you're looking to preoccupy your mind because something else is bothering you? So I've gotten to really better with that, to really know my body intent. But the big thing that everyone is really talking about is that weight. And ironically, we did come up with our second round of Thrive Elite, which is our new weight loss 3 steps Thrive program. So we've got our traditional Thrive 3 steps, and now we have our Elite. And what I was excited about was my shipments on a way, but also I got key to what were the different ingredients. Now they're all the same ingredients. The 3 steps has everything that Thrive Classic has. But the added ingredients, I'm going to kind of rattle those off because I researched all of them. Everything is plant-based. Everything has a purpose, and it's really going after that fat that lumps and clumps in our body that is not healthy. And let me tell you, obesity, heart, issues, besides cancer is on top of the list of deaths, even more so than the viri. But anyway, so I wanted to let some of our viewers know, let all of our viewers know. So what they did was, so the DFT, that I'm going to get into that a little bit afterwards. That's the sticker that we put on. So like for the women's capsules, which is a little bit different from the men's capsules, there is white kidney bean extract, which is amazing. It is a great vegetarian protein, but it's got all, just look it up. It's got all kind of great ingredients and things that will really help the whole weight loss journey, and also just filling you up as well. Has porcelain, CLA, dandelion root extract, and some of the other ones that these are all root-based, a lot of root-based things. This one, I'm going to butcher the name. It's Caralluma fimbiata, and which I believe is a root from India, which is really, really good. And it has something to do with, obviously obesity and all of that. Berberine HCl, raspberry ketone, glucomani, it's a real hard one, GLUCOM, which is not glucosamine, MANNNAN. Again, all good stuff for you. Cayenne fruit powder. And the difference between the women's and the men's is men's do not have the Caralluma fimbiata. I'm going to butcher that as well. Also, and that's on the capsules. So all good stuff. One of them is a natural, and I think the one that I'm really having a hard time pronouncing, one of them is actually a suppressant of the appetite, but it's from a root, very, very healthy for you. So the men's doesn't have that. And then the difference, so it still has all the added ingredients, all the digestion enzymes that we currently have in our capsules, but these are all the added ingredients for the weight loss piece to it. And then again, our shake, our lifestyle mix, is exactly the same. The only added ingredient, and this is a real big one, again, I can't even, I'm going to spell it because I really can't pronounce it. It's LACTABACILUSCIDOPHILUS, and US rather. And I will list all of these because they're a mouthful. And, I was talking to a fellow Thriver for today, and she goes, and she knew, because she's a big person with, roots and extracts and all that good stuff. She knew some of these right off the bat, especially the ones I couldn't even pronounce. I was cracking up. So we looked up each ingredient, all plant-based, all really good stuff that you don't normally find in a weight loss, formula. Because I've looked up other programs and none of this is in a lot of what's on the market today. So, and it doesn't surprise me. Our company's been around for 10 years and really has done an excellent job with making sure that we had the best ingredients from a plant-based perspective, which we really had. The classic 3 steps of Thrive was really and is about gut health. It's about filling in the nutritional gaps. So this also is keeping that same great formula, but now has all these added ingredients. This is this is going to be mind blowing. So for those of you that are focused on, gosh, I put on that 20, 30, 40 pounds. And a lot of people, surprisingly, I've talked to have put on that much weight from October, from Halloween. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a game changer. I'm so excited.
Well, as you were listing all those ingredients, the only thing I could think of was Mary Poppins. When she sings that song, Expialidocious. Okay.
Wait till I'm going to send you this PDF that I got. And I'm like, I cannot, I can't believe that I can't pronounce half of these. I'm going to have to get some practice into it. But the bottom line is we two of us looked everything up. And what I love about now going into the DFT is, remember a few weeks back when we were doing our podcast, when we first started talking about Thrive Elite, we were all beta testers on the way that it was formulated. And we didn't know that. And that was with the DFT. That was the 10-year anniversary one, which is a different formula. But what they did is they had great success from the beta users, which was all of us, and we didn't know it. More energy, more mental clarity, if that could even possibly be. But what they've done is the actual Thrive Elite formula is the 10-year anniversary formula with the added ingredients of Forceline 95. So instead of the regular Forceline, this is the Forceline 95, which is much more powerful. It also has the L-carnitine. It has the Gymnema sylvestri and the 5-HTP. So these are all great things that are all time released, that are really going to give you that clean energy, but added support, antioxidants, everything plant-based, and it's going to give you that nice even keel. So I'm feverishly tracking my package, which should be here, fingers crossed, on January 3rd. So of course, I will go live. The packaging looks similar because obviously it's still our great 3 steps. It's just a weight loss formula. And it goes right inside with the Thrive Challenge that we do, the kind of like our version of the Biggest Loser. It's, so that's super exciting because we really are going to see we already saw great examples of what filling in our nutritional gaps with our classic Thrive 3 steps. It's mind blowing what this new formula is going to do for so many.
Yeah, that is exciting. The other thing I think with trending, especially in the fitness and wellness industry, is that what you said back earlier about, typically we know from Halloween to New Year's, used to be called the seasonal 7. Now that's like times 4 or 5. That's a significant amount. But I think what a lot of people don't realize, or maybe they do, because we're so focused on the new year and that term resolution comes up. Like,
right.
Stop thinking about a resolution. Think about a mindset change. Think about a lifestyle change. Think about the change versus like, oh, I have to make this resolution and I'm going to pig out until December 31st.
Right. And how about changing it from instead of resolution to a solution? We have a solution, but you have to really partner with and decide, you know what, I'm all in. I'm going to listen to my health and wellness coaches. I'm going to get to an accountability group. I'm going to make sure someone's partnering with me and helping me with me, maybe with meal plans. We have tons of great new meal plans that are all coming out with all of this. Getting with that fitness buddy, keeping yourselves accountable. And once you do that, that's when you're actually partnering with the lifestyle. And I truly believe that those that do that have better success with keeping the weight off or keeping the weight on. Because there are some people, I know we'd like to all, hate those people that want to put that weight on, but you know what? They're also looking for a healthy lifestyle because maybe their metabolism is just revved up all the time and they can't sustain keeping good weight on versus someone where, especially as you age, your metabolism slows down. So we have to find other avenues to kind of help speed it up. But the point being is when you decide you're all in, you're going to get a solution, not a resolution that you're going to fail, because they say that, I don't know, there was a percentage that was trending as well. It's like almost 80% it may even be more than that, of people that make their resolution already fail within the first week, 80%. Like that's bizarro to me, but I do get it because I was one of those. So I think when you decide to partner, right, and you say, you know what, it's not just about getting the weight off. I want to make sure that I'm eating, still enjoying food, but eating good food. Knowing that I'm not going to deprive myself. I'm still going to have those special treats that I want, but I'm going to be more mindful. I'm going to make sure I get movement in. And we always talk about movement. Movement does not have to mean going to the gym. By all means, if you love going to the gym or you go to the gym, kudos to you, but not if that's not a fit for everyone. So whether it's even walking, even if you're sitting at your desk, moving your legs up and down as you're sitting, standing every 15 minutes, jog in place. There's always some way for you to get that movement. Then that shows that you're committed, that you're willing to partner. And the other cool thing is we're combining this with also with a couple different types of 75 hard programs to, you know, that again, adapt to that person, because not everyone can drink all that water with 75 hard. So there's so many things that are trending that are really leaning towards a healthier version of you. Decide that you want a solution and you're going to go after that solution to be successful. So the end result is that you're not just doing this New Year's or for the next season. It's now going to become a lifestyle. And when you partner with that, gosh, you feel so much better, number one. But number two, you find that you don't feel bad. You don't feel guilty about having that guilty treat, right?
Oh, exactly. And, give yourself a break, like go into the new year that you have the solution that's right for you, is the way I look at it. So yeah, we are super stoked about Thrive Elite.
Yes, I mean, pumped. And I'm sure you saw a lot of gadgets. There's so many different new gadgets that are coming out as well.
Yes, I was looking at all that, and it all relates back, as I was saying, to, in-home gyms. Like people are starting to, use what they have and realizing, oh, I have a lot right at home. Like maybe those sealed DVDs that you had from like 5 years ago that you're just starting to get to. I'm guilty as well, and I still have some of those. But, use what's at your disposal. Don't feel like you have to invest in something else. I've been a fitness buff since my mid 40s. So I'm like, I'm always like looking at that stuff. Of course, I have my kickboxing bag, which I love. But that works for me.
Hold on one second, because I did get a gadget I've got to show you. So keep chatting. I'm going to be right back.
Yeah. So the obviously I love to do kickboxing, and I take online classes. For me, it works out great. I don't have to worry, especially this time of year in the Northeast where it is brutal, bitter cold in the morning. I don't have to worry about getting up at dark 100 and, making it to the studio. Will I do that again someday? I probably will at some point, because I obviously miss all my friends at Kaveh North Haven. So shout out to them. And here she comes with her new gadget.
Oh, I do. And I thought, you know what? A lot of people, I don't like to work out. It's boring. I don't have a partner. It's not fun. Well, ironically, John got this in one of the grab things that he won. So it's like, I don't know what kind of shape this is. Like kind of like a
octagon.
Yeah, but it's got like all these different levels. But anyways, you roll it and it's a foam. So it'll say 10 tricep dips, 10 sit-ups, 10 knee highs, 10-minute jog, 10 squats, 30-second planks. I hate planks. 10 tricep dips, I said that one. 10 lunges, 1 minute jump rope. He also got a jump rope, or I got the jump rope, I can't remember. 10 box jumps. He goes, oh, we don't have a box jump. We'll have to get one. 10 push-ups, 10 knee highs. Let's see, 10 crunches. So 10 squats. So how fun would this be? So for those that can't see what I'm showing, it's like an octagon type of ball, but it's got all these different tens of whatever. You roll it and you can have so much fun with doing that with a partner, and you don't even have to be in person. Yeah, if you don't have this, it's kind of funny, you're rolling it like a dice. Hey, write all these things down on a piece of paper, and each one of you pick it out, and you could do that virtually as well. So there's many creative ways to inspire you to do something with movement that is going to partner with the lifestyle that you deserve. Number one, we all deserve to be our healthiest, because our bodies, we own them. No one else owns them but us, and no one can be accountable, only ourselves, to the person in that mirror.
Exactly. And that would be great for, like you said, a virtual class, and maybe it's set up as doing the Tabata method, where the person who's conducting the class, you roll it, you do a 30-second plank. Now, I know you don't like planks. I love planks, but they are difficult.
They are difficult.
But wouldn't it be fun to, not knowing what you're going to be doing, but knowing that you're doing something like that, and you do it steadily for 50 seconds, and then you have 10 seconds. And obviously you probably would have to extend that out just a little bit to, to everybody to get to their, next station. Quick little, sip of water, roll the thing again, and then do your next exercise.
Right.
That would be
how fun you could just do that with a bunch of people, either virtually or in person. Heck, you could even have an exercise party and say, hey, we're just going to get together. Let's bring your favorite drink. Maybe you want to bring a favorite recipe to share, a healthy recipe to share. We are, in our little bit, what we consider a little bit cooler season, although today did get up to 78. The beach was absolutely beautiful. But the ocean I am sorry. The ocean we did go in. It was not all the way in because it was chilly, and we actually had very rough seas. So they had the flags out. So they didn't want people out there swimming, but you bring this to the beach. You could bring this, to your own gym class, wherever it may be. A little pack up. It's great. It's small, and something fun to do. So creativity on your fitness, as well as your recipes, and even your different types of juicing. A lot of people love to juice. There's so many different ways that you could really impact your healthy lifestyle to make it sustainable, that you're excited about it and that you want to continue it. So it's not just going to be, I'm only doing it in January for New Year's, and then you're already falling off the wagon, a weekend. So you want to really set the stage and prepare. If you haven't done that already, set the stage, figure out what you're going to need in your refrigerator and your grocery. Figure out what type of exercises you want to do. Figure out what nutritional program, weight loss program. Obviously we always recommend Thrive because it fits everyone, regardless of age and all other kinds of things. But, the point is just get up and do something. Put yourself first.
Yeah, take time to do that self-care. And speaking of self-care, what I've seen going around Facebook is, like those puzzles, like a word puzzle, and it says find the first 4 words, and those are your words for 2023. And I forgot which one of my friends did it, but my 4 words are gratitude, purpose, miracles, and self-care. So I thought that was
awesome. And so that's like the Facebook. The only trouble I have with those things is that it takes you to another page, and sometimes I get stuck, and and I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I love watching everyone else share, what their thing is, but at the time I'm like, no, I don't have time.
Yeah. And the other thing I saw was the 12 books, like a form, can be made in Canva or whatever, and have 12 friends recommend 12 books for you to read for
that's awesome
year, which I thought was a great idea. And then the other thing that I saw going around was almost like, I'm going to just come out and say almost like a chain letter, but this was like a book chain. So you get on a list and you send the top, person's name on the top, goes out to 30 people, and you get 30 books. Something
wow.
to
that's kind of cool.
I thought that was interesting. But I also wanted to just briefly chat about some other trending things with some of the podcasts that we've had this year, which have been amazing. So back on Trending Thursday on August 4th, we had Clio Stodis on, and she was the former attorney turned health coach.
Yes, yes.
And she had over 262 views on the videos between YouTube and BitChute, which I thought was really interesting. And the other one was Mindset Monday with Jen Hernandez back on November 14th. Jen is a registered dietitian and a certified renal specialist, and she had a combined of 221 views. And I thought, you know, that's pretty neat. We had a wide range. We've got so many amazing guests on this year. Who do you think?
We're looking forward to, go ahead, what?
When you kind of think of all the guests that we've had on, and one that comes to mind for me is Dr. Kaveh, of course.
Oh yeah, that's it, by far, he was one of my favorite guests. You know, I think he added so much value to a piece of the medical industry that a lot of us take for granted because we don't, you know, as he's talked about, you don't talk about your anesthesiologist. The only time you actually see them is right before you're about to go under. And what he brought to light was remarkable, very impressionable, and really something to really understand about the power of the mind and the post-healing, you know, after any kind of surgery, and the value that he brings to the table, literally to the surgery table with his patients, on making them feel comfortable, you know, connecting with them on such a level that he has really seen some positive outcome in their recovery piece to, you know, post-surgery. So yeah, he's very interesting. The other wonderful thing that I liked about him, he talked on layman's terms so you could understand.
Yeah, and great to chat with, and we had so many laughs with him when we did. We actually did 2 podcasts with him, and they were both wonderful. And he gave us, and one of them I believe was right before Ryan's surgery, so it was great to kind of get his intake on, you know, what would probably transpire with that and how that would all go down. So we want to, all of our guests, we want to say a huge thank you to 2020. And it's only going to get better. I mean,
That's right.
We are blessed and grateful for sure.
We surely are. And we've got one more official podcast of 2022, which would be tomorrow, which is Fantabulous Friday. And, you know, it really is a day for, you know, not just because it's usually the day to reflect of the week, but maybe tomorrow would be a reflection of, you know, what were your goals, what were your accomplishments from the 2022 that you know, take so much pride in, that you know, deserve that pat on the back. You know, what, you know, you may be bringing some of those things into 2023 that you didn't quite get to, but we want to make sure that part of our whole week, obviously it leads up to that day, that's a day for you to celebrate yourself, to recognize that, you know, even despite maybe renegotiation, despite maybe re-navigating your health and wellness journey, that you accomplish different pieces of the puzzle that is going to really give you a solid platform for really rolling into 2023.
Yes, exactly. And on that note, this was actually our first Trending Thursday at night in quite a while, I might say, especially with all of our traveling and everything else going on. So we are always excited to hear your new ideas for us. You know, what is maybe a topic that we haven't touched upon? Maybe it's a sensitive topic. Maybe it's about politics, who knows? But, you know, it always does come up in conversation somehow, some way. It always does come up. But, you know.
And you know what? One of the questions was from one of our viewers, why do we talk about politics on a health and wellness podcast? Well, guess what? You know, when you talk about religion, politics, what's going on in your community, child trafficking, you know, so many different pieces of the puzzle of what we really have been exposed to over the last couple of years that really been really in existence for even longer. It adds part of health and wellness is managing stress, managing things that upset you, managing things that drive you crazy, managing things that, you know, you feel like you have no one else that's feeling what you're feeling. That is all part of health and wellness. It's an intricate piece to our well-being, don't you think?
Yeah, oh yeah, and absolutely. And part of the well-being is interrelated with your mindset. And of course, we will be always chatting about our mindset and how that, you know, segues into different things happening in our lives. You know, just looking back at 2022 real quickly for myself, I think of all the stops and starts. It's always been stops and starts and everything gets jumbled around, but it's how I guess we deal with it and how our perception of it is. And, you know, what did I learn from it? Blessed and grateful for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're excited about tomorrow, our last Friday of the podcast for us for 2022. We'd love to hear from you, but you know what? The bottom line is always make sure that you're accountable to yourself and you're kind to yourself. Because a lot of times we're too harsh on ourselves. We get down like if we didn't, you know, maybe in our mindset didn't think, oh, I didn't do enough, or I could have done more, or I really slacked off during the holidays and ate stuff I shouldn't have, or I didn't get my fitness level in, or I didn't talk to those people that I really wanted to, you know, connect with again. We're too hard on ourselves. So we've got to learn to give ourselves a break, and no one's perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. That's part of being human. And that's what kind of is intriguing about humans in human connection as well, is we're not the same. We're not supposed to be.
Exactly. And on that note, we are excited to see you tomorrow morning for our last 2022 podcast. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I'm with TwoSistas,
and this is Carol Sue, aka Naughty Boss. Had an awesome beach day and got some pickleball in tonight. And you know, we hope that you are enjoying this week with your family, your friends, and any new people, new connections. Always make sure that you're paying it forward with kindness, checking in on loved ones and elderly neighbors. We want to make sure that we're doing that. And we will see you tomorrow for Fantabulous Friday. Have a great night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
two.